What is up, gamers? Tiggy here, and I have a brand new deck showcase for you guys today. Today we are going to be going over a Uther deck, but he's not even really the main focus of the deck. It's more so a Abomination deck with friends. The main focus of this deck is going to be the big boy himself, Abomination. You're going to drop him down. You're going to put an Uther next to him to heal him. You're going to put a Frostwolf Shaman next to him to heal him and give him armored. We'll go over that in a second. And then you're going to put a Necromancer behind him to buff, to do a bunch of damage. It's a really fun deck. I've been having a ton of fun with it. As you can see, my units are not too high leveled. That's because after I made that Karen video, that was basically my last high level unit. Hero comp, everything done. I'm scraping by now. I basically stuck Necromancer in here just because he's my best range DPS unit. But anyway, let's go over the deck. Starting off with the hero, we got Uther. What is he? Sorry, Tirion. I don't know why he looks like Uther. I'm calling him Uther. It's Tirion forward ring, but he's shit, whatever. He is a melee single target tank armored healer. So armored, again, resists physical damage, which is about half the damage in the game. Single target damage only, he's melee, and tanky. Tanky is because just he has a ton of, let's look at his stats, health. His damage is pathetic, his healing is insane. It's so much healing. It's ridiculous, and he's pretty tanky himself just because he is armored. He does pretty quick to elemental damage though. Yeah, Holy Light heals all his nearby units. Pretty good. Talents, I have none, but I would strongly recommend literally any of them because they're all good. I'm gonna be honest. Consecrate does damage on the ground, damaging enemies within. It's not bad if you want a little bit more damage. Divine Shield makes Uther basically just not die in any push. It's ridiculous. It's very, very powerful, but the one drawback is that if your entire push dies and Uther lives, he's kind of just going to eventually die anyway without doing too much. It's more so to stop him from getting picked, which doesn't... It has its niche cases. It's very useful though. I would recommend. And then By the Light, heal the primary target twice as much. I'd say this is probably the best talent for this build just because we want to heal our stitches as much as possible, and he's going to be taking most of the damage, so healing him twice as much as everything else is pretty effective. It's a lot of healing. So yeah, I don't have any of them though, so I couldn't tell you for sure, but those are my recommendations and my input. Next up, before we get into the actual deck, we're going to go ahead and talk about the deck tax that you have to pay when you're building any deck in the game nowadays, which is that basically there's a couple of units ranging from 4 at highest, but usually 3 to 2 gold cost units that you have to put about 3 of in any deck you play. Otherwise, it will just lose to literally anything your opponent is playing, so long as they are paying the deck tax. And those 3 cards we're playing in our deck are going to be the Safe Pilot, the Gnome Bomber, our Bandits, and the Dark Iron Miner. So these 3 cards pretty much solely exist to do a little bit of board control, but more so to get the chests and to get the mining nodes on the board so that you have the gold advantage, because that is a major part of this game. I'll go over all 3 really quickly. Safe Pilot is a unbound unit. It's not a spell. Excuse me. It is an unbound unit that does a ton of damage where it lands and then spawns in a small gnome woman who does a ton of damage with her gun. Her gun also is elemental and AoE for some reason. It has a long charge up to do pretty solid damage, but the DPS is slow because of that long. DPS is low because of that long charge up. Pretty solid though. She's very squishy though. So on. Her talents. Gnomish Mutinizer is the worst one, so don't take that one, and then either of these 2 are fine. Basically, both of these allow you to drop this on a unit such as a Necromancer and essentially kill it, for sure. The come in hot means that your gnome basically dies, but then the Necromancer will burn afterwards, whereas Gnomish Cloaking Device can drop it, deal the damage, and then she will shoot, break out of stealth, kill the unit, and then she will survive afterwards. This isn't always the case and depends on what you're dropping it on, but I gave you just a quick example. The other benefit though is coming in hot deploys twice as fast, which is very convenient, but I'd say Gnomish Cloaking Device is better because you can just get good instead. Try that one out for size instead. But anyway, that's our Safe Pilot. Defias Bandits, 1 gold cost, pathetically cheap, and they actually, what do is when they walk up they hit somebody and they stun an enemy. This is actually pretty handy. I've had it come in handy quite a few times of just stunning any unit that's kind of a nuisance because they were stealthy, even if they're not too fast. But yeah, melee squad stealth. Cheap shot is their stun, and their cycle. Cycle is just, you know, cards that you play quickly to cycle through the rest of your deck. Health, pathetic. Damage, really, really pathetic. And then talents, which I don't have again. These two are all right, but you want pick lock. Because as you'll see in most of my games, and as you'll see if you play Defiance Bandits, most of the time you're just kind of dropping it down mid to go and claim the chests. Because if you're putting pushes on right side, or you're defending here, or doing whatever, it's nice to just have one gold that you quickly slam into the middle of the deck, and then it'll slowly walk over and claim the chest as they spawn. And if you get 4 gold off of a single chest, and then 4 up the second, that's 8 gold for a 1 gold cost investment, and the unit survives. It's insane if it goes off. It's not always going to go off, but if it goes off even like once in a game, it's massive value. You want pick lock. Trust me. The poison and the last resort do not provide enough damage or utility to even get close to how powerful pick lock is. And then our final one is Dark Iron Miner. This is a 2-cost unbound unit, which is just a bigger kobold who mines, as you can see. Here's all the junk I just said. Its stats is decently healthy, and it does actually have like solid fighting capability against other small units. As a note, if it isn't the target of the blast, because it will die to the bomb of a gnome, a safe pilot, he can 1v1 a safe pilot pretty easily, actually. Yeah, 2 gold, mines, and then walks around. Not too much damage, but kind of tanky. Talents, all of them basically don't matter. You don't really need talents on this guy. The best one is definitely Gold Mine, which drops a bomb. It's nice to just litter the board with garbage that'll do damage for free, because these other two are not going to do very much. Putting Armored in this guy does not matter, because he's not going to do anything. He's just going to be AoE fodder anyway, and Fury really does not matter on his pathetic damage. Yeah, if you were going to take any talent, take the bombs. Don't worry about anything else. Next up, we're going to talk about Necromancer. We'll save these two for last. Necromancer is our ranged DPS of choice. He is a ranged single target elemental damage, and he's a summoner, so he spawns 2 skeletons. He does that first, by the way. His priority is he summons skeletons, and then he attacks. But if he is attacking, he will not stop attacking until the target he's attacking dies, before then summoning more skeletons. Keep that in mind. It's actually very notable for Necromancer. So he's got decent health, he's kind of slow, decent range, and solid DPS. Very solid. High single target damage, DPS, a bit lower, but this is very good. 2 shots most things. That does good damage against bosses. For talents, I will quickly say that Breath of the Dying is bad. It's not terrible, it's better than nothing, but it's bad. Generally, all these skeletons will die right away after the Necromancer does. One nice thing, I guess, is if you get safe piloted, literally any variant, I guess you'll at least have 5 skeletons afterwards to fight with, because, you know, if it's alright. It's not good. Next up, Cult of the Damned is fun, and it is cool sometimes, because basically on kill summons a separate skeleton that is not part of the original 2 that he summons himself. But the best one is by far Jeweled Skulls. It summons mages instead of skeletons. This is the best one because the skeleton mages are ranged units. They apply frost, so it slows, and they do elemental damage. It's insane. It's so much better. And also, against other abominations, one big counter is Necromancer just immediately gets pulled and dies to the abomination. But if you have skeletal mages, they pull the mages instead of the Necromancer. So it makes a big difference against that exact matchup. Fortunately, the one I don't have, I already have them up to rare, so I will not be getting that anytime soon. Maybe in a few months I'll have that when I have an epic Necromancer, but not anytime soon. And finally, the 2 big parts of the deck. First of all, the Abomination himself. This is just a big meatball. Look at that health. Look at that number. It's huge. His damage also is not bad. I know his DPS is bad, but his single slam damage is very good at just kind of one-shotting most light enemies and 2-shotting pretty much anything else. He is slow, keep that in mind, so he walks a bit slower than anyone else. And the 2 big parts of him as a tank is that he does cleave damage around him, so he melees and cleaves, and he hooks ranged units into melee range of him. So he'll pull in that Necromancer, cleave him and the skeletons at the same time. Pull in the Huntress, pull in anything. It's great. He'll pull in from below ground too. Not from the other way around, though. Yeah, big tanky guy, big cleave. Talents, pretty much all of them are good. I see Noxious Presence a lot, but I don't feel like it does that much. Poisons nearby enemies every 3 seconds. It's whatever. Cannonball is the one I have. What it does is on deploy, so if you drop it in your tower, it stuns everything for 5 seconds, which is a lot. And once it drops to 50% health, it also stuns everything for 5 seconds. So in those middle of those big pushes, if there's a lot of melee things beating up the Abomination, he's just going to stun them all. Finally, Fresh Meat, after hooking a target, deal double damage on the next attack. I think that's probably his best one in most situations, because usually it takes him 2 swings to kill any ranged unit, but now he does it in 1. And keep in mind his attack cleaves, so if he just happens to pull a ranged unit into that group of melee, they're also all getting hit with that double damage strike. I don't think I've ever noticed Fresh Meat hitting one of my units, but I feel like if you're playing it, you'll probably notice it. Not too many people run Abomination though. And then finally, one of my favorite cards in the game, Frostwolf Shaman. So, Frostwolf Shaman is a ranged target that also does healing. Does single target damage, elemental, and healing, similar to Uther. The DPS is pathetic, but it's good enough to kill whelps and harpies. Solid health, healing's pretty good, not as good as Uther's, and I don't think she does AoE. I think she does like not quite single target, but it'll like hit somebody and then bounce to someone else. So it's much less than Uther is. But she has the benefit of being, you know, ranged elemental damage, so on. And her talent, which is the main reason to run this character. She's got some good ones. Ranged attack chains, this makes it even better at killing harpies and dragons. It's a solid backliner, honestly. With something that's like a support backliner, you know? Earthwall Totem, I think, is the only way into the game. You could heal your base. Probably not that useful though. And then finally, Earth Shield. It grants a unit armor. It's so fun. It makes your unit so tanky. So if you already have an Abomination with 15,000 health, and you've got an Uther healing him, and you got a Frostwolf Shaman healing him, and now they take half damage from approximately half the units in the game, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You'll kill every Huntress for free. This deck destroys Huntresses so easily. But yeah. That is my version of the deck list. Quick swaps that are available. So we have, again, we have the deck tax. You want at least 3 of these. You could put in instead of any of these. I'd recommend you run Safe Pilot no matter what. I think as part of the deck tax, there's also the Safe Pilot tax, which is that just every single deck runs Safe Pilot, because this card is extremely broken and extremely powerful. But if you want to replace these two with either, where are they? Worgen Infiltrator is one, but not a great one. Harpies are another one because they collect gold if you have the talent for it. I'm not going to go over all the units and their talents. Prowler is very solid for collecting middle chests, as well as actually doing some damage because it charges and it beats out most of their mid-collection units. Quillbore, same as the wolf basically. It's a solid collector. It's also unbound, which is a benefit over the wolf. And yeah, that's about it for the deck tax cards. Actually, I see people run Skeleton Party as well as just regular skeletons as well. Those are also choices. Yeah. Besides that, you can definitely swap out Necromancer. I run him just because I have him at a very high level, but you could definitely run a Huntress. I wouldn't recommend it because this deck is severely lacking elemental damage, so you want at least this for that purpose. But an actual very good alternative, which I have considered, is Pyromancer. Pyromancer does similar damage, more range, faster attack speed, less damage, but more range, and does AoE, and it's cheaper. And also, the skeletons of the Necromancer are nice, but they are sometimes a massive hindrance because it will choose to spawn skeletons instead of attacking the thing that is killing it. So it's a big difference. And also, Pyromancer has some solid traits. I don't have them. But one of the really good ones is Pyroblast. Dealing triple damage on the first attack. Most people don't know to play around this. I don't even play around this. But this will basically one-shot Necromancers, Huntresses, and like any other unit it faces, just letting it trade perfectly. So yeah, Pyromancer, if you've got it, is a very good substitute. Huntress is another good one. And finally, just Necromancer, which is what I run. Pick your favorite there. That is the deck list. I will showcase some quick games with it as well. Hopefully you guys, if you like what you see, you try it out. I really recommend it. It's a fun deck. It's so stupidly fun. Yeah, it's just try it out if you think so. But besides that, Hope you guys enjoy. Please like, subscribe, all that junk. I'm trying to grow the channel to be a Warcraft Rumble gamer and so on. I got some interesting plans, but for now I'm just doing deck showcases and stuff. And comment anything you guys would like me to do. I saw some people might want some PvE decks, and I think I might go over that in a video soon-ish. But yeah, thank you guys and enjoy the gameplay. Bye-bye. Alright, we got our first game rolling. Let's go ahead and see what we're up against. Oh my god, a Sylvanas player. I haven't seen one of those in forever. Boom. God, we have nothing. This works. And I guess just drop one of these. Perfect. We got everything eventually. What just... Oh yeah, she shot him. Beautiful. Oh, we got to do... Sorry, I had to be quiet for a second there so I can make sure to get that Banshee properly. Will you catch up fast... Wow, this is just going to kill me, huh? Will you catch up fast enough to give him armored? Very... Yes. Not quite yet. That guy doesn't hit below because he is technically a... He doesn't shoot... He's like ground ranged. Can you give him armored, please? He's dying. There... Please. There you go. Now he's invincible. You can drop here. I need to drop this and then... Oh, he took it. That's the worst. Oh, this guy's deck is so annoying into mine. He has the counter to Stitches, which is just freaking Banshees. But we have the counter to Huntress, which is just Stitches. Please shoot first. No, he's mowed down. I'll drop you here because I think you can mine that fast enough. Please don't kill my Necromancer. Okay. And he stuns post. Bit late. The Necromancer burned to death. Wow, I'm actually a bit surprised. He's gonna die. Don't you dare give that skeleton armored. I'm so upset about that. Okay. Whatever, I guess. This guy can push. Who cares? We're not concerned at all. He might kill my guy here, which will suck. But that's fine. I'm gonna drop one of these early. Ish. Please pull. Oh, the Flame Waker hit him again, so he died. Oh, we're actually struggling really hard against this deck. However, we have our guy pushing for the time being. I don't know what type of Taz Dingo he has, but he does not have regen Taz Dingo, so he would have been fine. Okay, drop you. Drop a Stitches in the front. He'll take a couple hits, but he'll be fine. He's a big boy. And now we drop Luther. Hopefully this might make a difference. Oh, he has level 2 Harpies. Oh, poor guy. He's a newbie. One of the use over there. You're gonna pull him right into my skeleton horde, killing the whole thing. Let's see if we can drop this fast enough. Nope. He's... Please! Oh, thank you, Uther. Thank you so much, Uther. Oh, man. Kill the Huntress at least. Huge! Oh, he still lost it. Whatever. We have another Necromancer here anyway. Drop these guys here. God, I wish I had lockpicks. And we finally have a big enough push going to deal with something. Okay. We were struggling early, but now we have a big push, which means we are no longer struggling at all. Drop that there. Claim the gold. Uther. One of you, give him armored if you can. Probably cannot. Okay, we have another Stitches here anyway to tank, which is ideal. We're gonna drop you way over there in the back. He's got a Sylvanas, but I think we kill it before, thank goodness, it does anything. Drop one of these, pull her all the way up, and we just have the constant pressure. It's over, bud. It's over, bud. Please do a little bit of damage to his tower so I could say it's over without trolling. Oh, what a close game to start with. Oh my god. That Sylvanas taking my armored stitches at the start there was so crazy. But we pulled it through anyway, because this, the deck's pretty solid. Alright, there's your first game. That was a long one, too. Right down to the wire. Alright, looks like we found ourselves another game. What are we up against this time? A Baron Rivendare deck. Please don't have Frost Mages. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we can play the game now. He does not even have Frost Mages. I think that's kind of it. Drop Uther here early. And we'll see if we can get his Stitches with a Frostwolf Shaman pushing on this side. Man, actually... we'll push it mid. Because I don't want to have my Frostwolf Shaman die to his Stitches. However, I think this might be good into him. What do we do into you? Pulls my Necromancer. Stun? Did not stun, actually, for some reason. That's fine. Is that a Banshee? That is a Banshee. Go right into Uther. You're kidding me. Well, we drop this, I guess. Doesn't kill him. Wow. Drop a miner. We still have Art Push here, though. That's pretty sick. Armor him up. He has 2 big counters to us in his deck, which are both, what is it? Banshee as well as other Stitches. We do not have anything to take care of Stitches, funny enough. We do it ourselves, not really counter it type of build. See, this is what I mean, by the way, about why Stitches is counters Necromancers. He pulls the Frost Mages instead of the regular ones. But also, we have so many skeletons right now. Holy shit. I didn't realize. I don't know how they got stacked up like this, but it's huge. Oh, don't kill him. He's poisoned. Oh, he's done. There's no way he gets out alive. But we could just start a second push right now. This is huge, yeah. We don't have... we'll just drop Uther. Yeah, as this is dying down... You're just gonna slowly die here. I don't need to worry about this. He'll melt. Ah, we've got one of our boys poisoned. I didn't mean to drop a miner there, but oh well. Oh, instant Necromancer into it dies. Great strat. Drop you back here, drop another Necromancer, and we'll just let this push it in the game. I believe this should be enough. I don't think he has any defenders. Yeah, there we go. So we had a little bit of trouble there, but once we had a big enough army going, it just kind of rolled over his, and yeah, that's all it takes, really. Alright, looks like we found ourselves another match here. What are we? Another Baron. Okay, switch that path. 1, 2, 3. Boom, pop, pow. Ah, he's gonna take that one from us, but it's okay. Oh, perfect timing by him. But it's okay. 1, 2. All of this stuff is annoying, but it will die to my Necromancer, which I will use to defend here. Whereas my stuff will kill his stuff, I think. Because it's so tanky, except all of his units do elemental damage there. Literally all of them. Every single thing he played. Necromancer, I also needed you to help, but you didn't. Well, we killed his, we got his skeletons. Drop this, drop a miner. There's no way that kills, right? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. We have a big counter push going. We could safely just drop this. The dragon is annoying. It's actually very annoying, but a Necromancer should handle that. Please. There you go. And all these dragon eggs are just extra skeletons for me. Drop an Uther to follow up on this push. We have an absolute army just ready to push down this guy, dude. Oh god. Please hit the dragon, dude. Oh my god, it didn't hit the dragon. He was hitting the eggs. That's fine, I guess. Sneak you in here, sneak you in. Oh, you bastard. Oh, it's so annoying, actually. Whatever. This will eventually clear those out. We should just drop the bomb up there instead or something. Please. Beautiful. Take care of that. Our push did eventually get burned down, unfortunately. But that is the way of things. The nature of those situations. Situations. Yes, give me that gold. Huge. Drop another Necromancer way back here. Okay, these dragons are actually kind of difficult for us to deal with, but we are pulling through. Drop a Stitches back here as well. Not gonna do too much. Oh boy, he dropped his Lord Riven there, finally. One of these here should be good. That's just gonna kind of slowly push. Yeah. We'll drop you. Okay, actually Necromancer's hitting Baron, which means it's basically gonna die for sure. Cool. Kill the Skeleton Mage as well, please. No, it's not gonna reach him. Alright, we're gonna have to leave that for now then. We'll go for this, and drop another Necromancer here. This will kill the Griffin. Bro, this guy's just playing what's it called? A Ren Blackhand deck, basically, but just with Baron anyway. I don't blame him. It's a solid strat. Bro, these Skeleton Mages are slowly whittling us down, but that's fine. We're gonna basically end the game on this push here, I think. Yeah. I don't know if he has defenders. We do. We have two Necromancers just beating down his base. We're just gonna watch. I'm not even gonna look at ours. I was sweating a little bit at the end there, I'm gonna be honest, but I was pretty certain that he didn't have anything that could stop that push. So there you go. The deck is pretty solid. It's really solid, honestly. Just an Uther with Stitches is so good to just keep that main big tank up for so long. I've been having a lot of fun with this deck. I have really good win rate. I've maybe lost like 2 or 3 games since I've made this deck and started climbing with it. Definitely recommend you guys check it out. It's a great deck. It's really fun. It's very cheap. Not too high of a rank yet, but you know, again, I've lost maybe twice my entire way up here. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please do all the fun stuff. Leave a like, subscribe, check out my socials, go join my Discord, check out my other videos, all that good stuff. I'm really trying to make this Warcraft Rumble YouTube stuff work, so I'd appreciate any support I could get. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. Bye.